Hello, dear souls. Welcome to today's reading. We will be doing a love reading for you and your person, and we'll see what the energies are currently around your relationship and pull some cards to see what is going on, what is the current situation, and maybe even some outlook for the future. So let's start with our Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck, and let's just shuffle the cards a little and look at the current energy surrounding your relationship with your person, with your loved one. Okay, so let's look at the cards. So here we have the Eight of Cups, and we see a man walking away from the cups, as if going somewhere, leaving something behind. So there will be this energy of leaving behind something. And we have the Ten of Swords, which also signifies an ending, a painful ending of some sort of a relationship. And then we have the King of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So these cards suggest that there will be an ending of sorts. Maybe your person has been juggling things and having some deep emotions maybe about you, and they finally decided to walk away from something that doesn't fulfill them and that is painful to them. And maybe they have been juggling things and just became too much and too painful, and they decided to step away. The King of Cups strongly suggests it's something about something emotional, something referring to an emotional relationship to someone or something. So let's pull some cards and see what the cards specifically say about this leaving energy, the energy of ending, painful endings. So the first card is the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups suggests emotional dissatisfaction. Yeah, so a cup is being offered, but the person sitting there doesn't want it, doesn't notice it. It seems that your person has been offered something, but they don't want it. They are not satisfied by it. Their heart is not in it. That's what it looks like. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles could represent your love, your warmth, your stability, and maybe they are dissatisfied elsewhere, but they find deep, meaningful warmth and stability with you. Or maybe you are dissatisfied somewhere else and you crave this warmth and stability with them. Then we have another Four of Pentacles, and this one you can see the person holding on to something. It looks like even though this person, or maybe even you, was dissatisfied, they keep they keep holding on to it because it provides them with security. This could also be, alternatively, this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe they have been holding on to someone due to security, but emotionally they feel a lack, they feel dissatisfaction. And finally we have the Page of Swords. This is someone who is ready, getting ready to do something, brandishing their sword and carefully watching what's going on in order to react at the right time. So maybe this person is looking at the possibility of doing something and just carefully observing the situation. So let's see what the other cards say. We will pull some clarifiers from the Light Seers tarot deck to see what this is all about. There is some dissatisfaction, but holding on to security, not willing to let go, but also poising oneself for action. So it looks like there is some sort of action wanting to be taken, and that could be about you or your person. Now let's see what this deck says, the deck of Light Seers deck. And here we have the Knight of Wands, and we can see plenty of fire and a horse in the back and beating the drum. So there is this passionate feeling, maybe, and this is very contrasting to this Four of Cups cup, which signifies dissatisfaction. Here there is passion. Maybe your person is passionate about something, and this is what is causing them to think about maybe changing something. And then we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is very self-confident and knowing what they want, and there is Strength, which signifies the strength of love, because we see the heart here and a gentle little lamb. But then there's Leo energy, the strength, and again passion. So we have a lot of, this is the Aries card, we have a lot of passionate fire energy, and the Empress. And this is someone who is creative, who is abundant, who is emotionally whole. And actually the Emperor and the Empress is the pair, so, and there is strength between them. It's so interesting, and passion. So it looks as if your person, there's this energy of maybe your person finding someone, and maybe they found this in you, the perfect counterpart, the passionate counterpart, and there is strong emotions between the two of you, which is contrasting to these four cards, which are lean more towards dissatisfaction and material security and mental activity. And here we have just fire all around. Now let's see what the actual clarifiers say. So for the Four of Cups, we have the Magician. This is creating something out of spiritual realm. So creating something from intangible and making it tangible. And this is, he has the power to do that, or you. So there is, your person or you have the power to change this situation of dissatisfaction. And there is some magical power, and we see the infinity sign on the magician signifying something spiritual, something infinite. So there is something about your person or you that is inviting you to go higher from this dissatisfactory situation that you or they are in. Now let's see how is the Queen of Pentacles explained. Four of Swords. Four of Swords suggests resting, and you see she's in a little nest as if to signify security and warmth and home, and just, you know, not moving, just resting. And this could be connected with the Queen of Pentacles, which is also a very warm and secure energy, providing secure warmth and earthy energy, which can provide rest. And it's interesting because we have Four of Cups and Four of Swords and Four of Pentacles, and the fours signify stability. And this reinforces this feeling of this reading where stability is important. And so let's see the Four of Pentacles. It is explained by Eight of Wands. And Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, you can see she's bound, and there are black birds around her tying her up, and the birds signify her thoughts, dark thoughts. And so we could say that these dark thoughts are keeping them, your person or you, stuck and holding on to the security of the Four of Pentacles. So your person may be feeling fear to break this security, energy, security and protection that they feel in the situation they're currently in. But the Eight of Swords always suggests the option of the person being released, because you can see here she is not tied up. She's only tied up here in the reflection. So only her thoughts make her bound up, but in reality she is not. She's free. And that's the same with your person or you. Even though you or they are scared and worried and feeling like there is no way out, there is a way out. And finally, Page of Swords is clarified by Five of Swords, which is, again, you see the blackbirds and one bird is on his shoulder as if to speak into his ear. And the Five of Swords generally is the card of conflict, ego, or winning at a cost, or a conflict where no one wins in the end. So maybe, and this Page of Swords is sort of connected, so he is observing, he's watching, but somehow he can't win. He can't win. Maybe this is the relationship, the security that this relationship provides is making him feel just hopeless, because you can see here that these worries are occupying and making them feel trapped. And this Five of Swords also feeling as if they cannot win. And this makes them just stay afraid of doing anything, just keeping still and not changing, not wanting to change anything, because they just feel trapped and bound. But the Magician is sort of saying, you know, is it true? Is it true that you are hopeless, that there is no way out? Because the Magician can make it happen. But there is another energy that's necessary, not just the material and the thoughts, but, you know, spiritual element needed to overcome this position of not being able to escape. So let's pull some further cards on this. So yes, if you look at some cards, some other cards, we will look for the other tarot deck. And let's see the energy here. What's the energy here? Here we have Nine of Cups, signifying a wish come true, a dream becoming a reality, emotional wish. And then we have Mother of Swords, or the Queen of Swords, which requires honesty and truth. And then we have the Six of Cups, which speaks about nostalgia and soul connection to someone. And again we have the Four of Swords, and this is the repeat of this card, the Four of Swords, of resting and just staying still. So there is a soul connection. This person feels the soul connection to you, and if they were truthful, they would say that you are their wish come true, or vice versa. They are your wish come true. But nothing can, somehow there is a standstill. Nothing is going on. It's so interesting, because the energy surrounding, when we look at it, is a fire and ending, but the actual cards that we pull are just being bound, staying put, and clinging to security. So interesting. Now let's see what the cards say when we pull them for this and we have another Four of Swords here. So yeah, there is dissatisfaction, there's wanting to do something about it, and maybe even having the power to do something about it, but staying still, just maybe it's not the right time. And then we have Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, and this is again the action card, wanting to do something, wanting to do something fast. But here we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a calm energy and material stability energy, and we have the Four of Swords, which is again rest. So despite of feeling this stable, slow feeling and just staying still, there is a wish, wanting to act. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, and here we have, yeah, the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords and the Six of Cups. So there is this gentle, nostalgic emotion. Maybe that's what's keeping him connected with this. Maybe there is this another person, and they have, you see, these strong roots which are keeping them stable, similarly to the Four of Pentacles. So despite wanting to take action, there is just this static energy. And finally we have the Mother of Swords. This is almost identical to the energy I pulled earlier, and this just requires the truth. And here we have all swords energy. We have the Page and the Five and the Queen of Swords, and it just gives off this feeling of wanting to be truthful, to be honest with themselves. But this, something is pulling them back, something is making them feel stuck. Now let's pull some further cards. Here we have the Golden Tarot, and let's see what the energy is here. And here we have Two of Wands. This is like picking up from two wands, like being between two wands, holding the world in their hand. Just maybe planning, looking to the horizon. And then we have the Temperance card, which is blending energies, slow blending. And we have Justice, and again Eight of Cups. And this could suggest like slowly the justice will be done. There is already something going on in their mind, planning and blending the energies, and just, you know, wanting to admit the truth and just go by the truth and just walk away from something that is not emotionally true to their heart. Now let's see what cards we can pull. So here is the Moon, and the Moon, there's something hidden. There are hidden emotions, deep hidden emotions, and the path here is only lit by moonlight. It's uncertain, it's unclear. So there is no yet clear path. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is looking back at your work, seeing what you've accomplished, and wondering if it's still worth it to invest further into this relationship. And then we have the Seven, again the Seven of Wands, and we see a man protecting himself, drawing boundary, wanting to protect himself from something. So yeah, here we have this protection energy here, holding on to the Pentacles, having strong roots, feeling bound up, and here just, you know, I can't do it, just. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is just brand new, fresh energy, wanting to come to life. There's definitely a feeling of wanting to break out of this stalemate, sort of, but the path is unclear, and they're still thinking about it. They're still, you know, and there we have thoughts here and here, and plenty of wanting to somehow come to a conclusion of whether to go on, to keep protecting, or observing this new, fresh energy. Now let's see what the Mystic Forest Oracle cards say, just to get some spiritual inspiration about how to resolve this situation. And here it says, it's coming. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. Yeah, so the time is not right and the path is still unclear, but hope is on the horizon. So yeah, again, this energy of something might happen. The pause is the shift. Your past is now behind you. All you desire is right in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pull of your destiny. So interesting, because the past is now behind you. This signifies the past. And all you desire, this is the card of the desire, is right in front of you. So the past is behind and what you want is in the future. Pause to reconnect with your power. And we have the pause here and the pause here. So it's exactly what is needed to reconnect with your power. Power, this is the Magician. This is just bringing together this reading nicely. Follow the pull of your destiny. And that, again, the destiny is the Magician, the creating what should be created out of this stalemate that is currently. But the pause is the shift. So even though nothing is going on at the moment, or it looks like that, the pause is the shift and it's coming. So the pause is needed for the shift to happen. They need to see, they need to reflect on things, even though it feels a bit like nothing is happening, like things are standing still. But yeah. And then we have rejuvenate yourself. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. Again, knowing limitations. So there are limitations. The security that your person is clinging to, or maybe even you, is important. There are limitations. You can't just break things up and just go do something anew. You need to think, pause, take care of yourself. Here again, this message. And then out of this pause, new energy comes, new passion. And the final card says, trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. And maybe that's the main part of this reading, because it brings nicely together these energies of, keeping to the structure, and your destiny is waiting for you to write your story. And this is this card, the Ace of Wands. The destiny is waiting, something passionate, and they can make it a reality. Follow your heart. That's again the card we saw several times, the Eight of Cups, leaving something that is not fulfilling you and just following your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be, because sometimes the world is trying to put us in a box, and we want to belong in the society. We want to be a part of it. We want to succeed in this game that we call life. But the problem is when to keep and build and stay somewhere just to build something, and when to follow your heart when you see that something is not fulfilling you, and starting over. And before you start over, you need to just, you need to, how do we say, when the fruit becomes ripe, you have to ripen. These big shifts that happen in our lives are usually the result of much, thoughts and feeling trapped. But then slowly we get into this magician energy, and as we realize fully what's going on within us, and we mature, then we are ready to make this shift. And that's how I feel this reading is describing your situation between you and your person, that there is change is coming, and it will be something that will follow your feelings. But yeah, there is still not time to act. Now is not the time to act. There still needs to be some recognition, something in the mind that needs to be fulfilled. And then it will be time to make a change. And just another message, a short message. What does it say? This card. Remember, the only way to predict the future is to create it. Magician. So go ahead and write your own story. This is a perfect ending to this reading. So you don't have to predict the future. You don't have to know what will happen, because it's for you to create it. And you just need to get in touch with yourself and dare to step out of the security, follow your heart, and then you create your own future. And that's how it looks like it will happen in your relationship with your person. And currently it's just about pausing and getting in touch with yourself, with your feelings, what you really, really want, and then creating it. So I just want to send you all the best wishes, and wishing you a beautiful, happy, loving day ahead of you, and just having the patience to come to the realization. And when it's clear, when the path is clear, once the path is clear, there will be no hesitation. So thank you for listening, thank you for viewing, and see you next time. Bye.